The Ken Walk Situation Explained. So by now, I'm sure a few of you have seen videos talking about this guy named Ken. And if you're anything like me, you're getting kind of sick of part 2s and follow-ups, just people throwing random little pieces of information at you, and we're going to give it to you in one fell swoop. Everything you need to know about the Ken Walks controversy. And to truly understand how things got this way, we got to take it back to April of 2020. When he first began posting on the platform. Most of his original content revolved around himself cooking under the name Chef Ken, while also throwing a few fitness-related videos in there for good measure. And at some point, he just begins throwing a whole bunch of random uploads into the endless abyss of the algorithm. That is, till he posted an investigative-style video looking into a set of Louis Vuitton dumbbells, racking up about 1.1 million views in the process. Well, he would sort of roll with this idea for quite a while until, inevitably, views dropped off and he had to go looking for something else, which led to kids' books as well as a video about the purge becoming enough to put him on famousbirthdays.com. Interesting. But if we fast forward all the way up into March of this year, Ken posted a video titled Chicago Friends Do Not Accept a Ride from a Stranger. In this video, it's explained that he, along with several other individuals in the Chicago area, have been randomly offered rides from people in really weird places. And then it was like all of a sudden a flip just got switched. Almost every single one of his videos from that point on all had to do with this really weird string of deaths across the country, but mainly in the Chicago area. More so going into detail about why he believes this is the work of either a serial killer or multiple killers. And this is where things start to spiral out of control. You see, Ken starts going into detail about new information he has come across that could quite possibly crack a few of these cases. Now at first, not a lot of people out there were skeptical of the things he was saying. It wasn't until he started pushing this issue further, making more wildly outlandish claims that, lo and behold, a family of one of those victims ends up reaching out to Ken. You know, to figure out just what it is he's talking about. However, when they did, Ken would allegedly block them in return. But it was really and truly his next few moves that would ultimately lead to what people are saying is a well-deserved downfall. See, Ken, while in the middle of one of these videos, which has since been removed, ever so gently starts mentioning the name of an app for a company he co-founded called Foresight, which is essentially what many people are calling a travel planning app. And within just a couple of days, Foresight's social media team made a post talking about how much of a genius idea it was that Ken threw their name into one of these viral videos, racking up more than 800 downloads in the past 48 hours. It was at this point, TikTokers such as Meredith Lynch and Justin Burnett started raising questions about the ethics of advertising over potentially misleading and harmful information, such as deepening the wounds in the lives of these still grieving families while also giving them a false hope he had actually stumbled across something. And then it happened. Ken posted the following 2 videos, which would later become the pinnacle point of the situation.
Somebody just knocked on my door and it's 8:30 at night on a Sunday. And so I go and I check in and it's not someone I know. And so I open it, I'm like, what's up? And they're like, hey, my name's X and I'm a private investigator looking into the smiley face group. He actually just went back downstairs to secure his parking and he's gonna come back. He's in a full black suit and everything. So I'm just gonna post this now as like evidence that somebody just came to my house at 8:30 at night on a Sunday night.
He literally had not contacted me previously.
In a follow-up video, he said this guy had tracked him down in order to recruit him into a group of private investigators looking into those cases. This was the very moment people from all over the world began questioning everything this guy said. Some even going as far as to say this entire thing seemed completely made up as a ploy to go viral and market that app, throwing out comments like what you're seeing on screen here. And believe me, look, I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but we haven't even made it to the part where he tried to pass off an FBI do not reply email as evidence. They were trying to recruit him for work he had been posting on his TikTok. However, the final factor in his downfall came in the form of a video stating he has just cracked the case and how the families of these victims would soon be getting some closure. Well, needless to say, a sizable portion of this community began absolutely coming at him like wild jackals, stating he had been using these cases. More so, they now firmly believed he had been lying about progress that was being made on them in order to promote Foresight, which finally brings us up to speed with what just happened over the past few days. Ken and Foresight have since parted ways. In addition to this, he would post not one but 2 separate videos addressing the situation. The first of which he sort of apologizes for intermingling the investigation and the advertisements at the same time. And in the second, he essentially tries to reassure everyone that the investigations and everything he's been looking into are very real. So at this point, the only thing anyone can really do is just wait and see what happens. But I gotta tell you, there's a few people out there who have gone as far as to dig back 12 years into this dude's past in order to pull out some tweets that he once posted when he was a teen. Which is why I believe if everything turns out to be made up, people aren't going to be letting him off the hook that easy. And it really seems like this is one of those things that's going to go on for quite a while. Regardless, this is why he will be making our list. Wait, nope, sorry, wrong video. Friends and frenemies alike, I give you